Want to learn how to make an easy, gigantic daisy petal like this one? Watch this and I'll show you how. Okay, so you're going to start off with a 20-inch cut piece of poly burlap mesh. And let me say something super important. This only works with poly burlap. It won't work with Deco mesh. You're going to take your piece, roll it out completely, and then you're going to take it and fold it in half, and you're making kind of like a big gigantic paper airplane or a bird with it. So you're going to fold one side to the inner half and the other side to the inner half. And then I'm going to take them and overlap them just ever so slightly. Put a little hot glue right there on that seamed edge. Nothing that will go through, seep through to the other side, just a tiny little dab. Then I'm going to leave a little area for it to have some movement. And I'm going to come down and add another little bead of hot glue for the bottom so that it's just easier for me to hold this mesh together while I fold it. That's basically why I'm gluing it together. All right, so we're going to get our pieces glued together. And now you're going to take it and take your clip off, of course, if you're using clips. I like to use clips to hold my stuff together. I'm going to just iron my sides down there so they're easier for me to fold. All right, and you're going to take your bottom and pull it up about 2.5, 3 inches maybe. And you're going to start scrunching right there where you folded it. You see that little area I'm pointing at? That's where you want to start scrunching it up at. So scrunch it up about halfway to the center. And then grab your other side and make that exact same fold on the other side. Okay? Flatten it out. Make the exact same fold on the other side. And go ahead and scrunch all the way down. Scrunch, whatever you prefer to call it. This kind of ends up looking like a spade, or not necessarily a daisy petal. Almost like a lily pad to me. But it makes a really huge petal. So if you want to make something new, something different, with a different type of flower that we're not used to seeing, this would be a really great way to do it. In the end of this video, I'm going to show you 3 of these laid out side by side take up an entire 18-inch mat. So they're pretty big. All right, so let's go ahead and do one more together. 10-inch Deco mesh cut into 20-inch pieces. Take your top left, fold it down to the bottom right. Make both pieces meet in the center. You're going to overlap them ever so slightly. Just the seamed edges, that's all you want to overlap, so that you still have that nice point at the tip. And then you're going to put a tiny little bead of hot glue at the top. Just a tiny bead. Not even enough to burn yourself when you get to smush it together. All right. And then I like to leave a little space to allow it some room to sort of move around so it won't buckle up on me. All right, and then you're going to glue down the bottom portion of it just like you did a little bit on the top. Okie dokie, there we go. And glue them together. And like I said, this glue doesn't even go through to the other side. It's just a little bitty bead. And you wind up looking with something like, I don't know, a stealth bomber. It looks like a bird or a stealth bomber. I mean, like you could fly this thing. Okay, so now turn it to the side and we're going to start folding and scrunching. You're going to fold up about 2.5 to 3 inches. And right there where that little tip is, you're going to start scrunching up to the center. Flatten out your other end, fold it in, and go ahead and scrunch all the way to the other middle, or the other center end, the other end. All right, and take your rubber band and tie it off. And you really, you don't have much to trim off this. If you do want to trim off the bottom, you can. You don't necessarily have to. You just go ahead, take your rubber band, wrap it around the bottom, and if you can just imagine an entire wreath filled with these, it would be so gorgeous. I haven't made the full wreath yet because I only had a few pieces of mesh to work with. But let me show you what they all three look like together. I hope you enjoyed this little tutorial. Y'all make your own and show me what you made. I'd love to see it. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.